Greetings YouTube, Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome to the third part of my Xenonauts Let's Play series, and I'm really glad you guys have been enjoying it as much as I am. Big thank you again to Russell Graham, one of my viewers who suggested this. Mate, you picked a gem. So the first thing we're going to do is follow a little bit of advice I was given by one of the viewers. Thank you. I don't recall your name, but let me know in the comments and I'll give you a proper shout out. But he made the very good observation that we can increase the range of our monitoring by building up to 3 additional radar arrays. That means that our base will be far more effective. The range at which we can detect aliens will increase by a great deal. As you can see, it's not too bad, but increasing this to cover the surrounding countries is going to give us a massive bonus. So let's continue on. Now we're currently researching alien alloy, alien metals. You can see there's some alien activity down here. It's a little bit too far out of our way. And these guys are pretty smart. They're operating mainly outside of my area of influence, knowing that if they get too close, I'm going to try and shoot them down. So we've got one UFO there. We're going to intercept him with our Condor planes. I'm going to leave the Goat's Horn. I'm going to leave him at base because he is packing some really heavy firepower. We've got 2 UFOs. I think we should just concentrate on one at a time. And we'll tail him until he's over land, and we'll engage him now. So these are the light scouts. Pretty easy pickings for our starting fighters, because they're definitely not the heavy armed ships that we're going to find later in the game. Now, in an early episode, by doing some research, we found out the reason why their ships are able to be taken down by conventional aircraft is that they haven't had combat in a planet with atmosphere before. And as you can see, a nice flanking attack. Now, what you may have noticed was another tip from one of my subscribers, thank you. If you right-click on one of the missiles on your plane, you'll prevent them from launching. So rather than launching both at the same time, you can stagger your shots. In that case, we didn't need to. So that alien's down. We're going to wait for daybreak, and then we're going to try and hit him, hit that ground site, and get ourselves some kills. Now, I don't want to leave an alien flying around attacking, so what we're going to do is we're going to send out the Goat's Horn, and in the meantime we have alien alloys. Alien technology is founded on a variety of exotic materials, every one of which possesses remarkable properties. We have identified materials with tensile strength and heat resistance an order of magnitude greater than anything previously known, as well as those with more exotic materials such as room temperature superconductivity. Almost all of them are ultra-advanced ceramics with a chemical structure as alien as the extraterrestrials themselves, though we have yet to encounter any unknown fundamental element in these materials. We have little idea how they generate their extraordinary powers or how they could be manufactured. It is the difference between coal and diamond, fundamentally the same stuff but radically different in practice. Given their exceptional heat resistance, the most obvious military application of these alloys would be in personal battlefield armour. Unfortunately, they are so effective at dissipating heat that nothing in our laboratory could generate enough to melt them, making fabrication of a plate of armour or anything else little more than a pipe dream. Though effectively useless, we are harvesting these alloys from recovered artifacts where possible. The aliens must have the means to shape these materials, so further study of their technology may allow us to do the same. So we can now research something else, and I'm going to go for the alien plasma rifle because that should hopefully allow us to either A, produce weapons for our troops, or B, loot aliens for their guns and use them. We probably got a couple in storage. So the goat's horn is, oh wow, this is actually a pretty tough fight. Let's see if we can take him out. This is a bigger ship, but the goat's horn is carrying some pretty powerful weapons, so I reckon it'll be a close fight, but we might be able to take this guy out pretty easy. So 2 hits and a solid kill. So we've now got 2 missions we can take on, and we're going to try and go for the first one here. In fact, because it's daylight, it may make more sense for us to go to this one and bomb this mission. So we can airstrike it, and that will mean that with the airstrike we get a little bit of money, because taking on 2 missions back to back is probably not a good idea. And we're going to actually attack the crash site, and we're going to wait for daybreak to do it. Alright. Our men are en route to fight the alien craft and hopefully complete our next ground mission. The men touch down on an icy tundra. Not knowing if the cold conditions will affect the aliens, they know they have to move fast. So Dexter moves up first. Russell Graham, knowing that the long-range battles of this map may not have so much of a call for his particular set of skills, decides to watch the team's flank. True Potato, trusty machine gun in hand, waits for Skill Incarnate to move up. Skill Incarnate trying to find a good spot. He decides to move up. True Potato flanks him. Thomas Cermak checks the other exit of the plane, making sure that they aren't going to be flanked. With Russell Graham joining him. Planey McPlaneface moving up. And Bobble, eager to get his first kill. And on that we end the turn. A psychic attack hits Russell Graham and causes him to panic. The men become unnerved. Not knowing what has caused him to become nervous, there's no sign of any aliens. Dexter looks out, but they can't find any aliens nearby. Skill Incarnate moves up, hoping to use his rifle to spot whatever it was that attacked Russell Graham. Thomas Cermak covering Russell Graham and making sure that he was going to be safe. Hugo moves up. Dexter takes a knee. Tension's starting to ratchet up now. These aliens have new abilities the men didn't even know about. Knowing they have to help their friend, they end the turn. The alien spotted through the trees, very far away. Skill Incarnate takes careful aim, trying to see if he can get a shot. Shot rings out. Solid hit. The alien is still standing. He fires again. These aliens are tough. Dexter's pistol won't be able to hit him at this range, so he decides to move, giving his friends a chance to get a shot off. The other Xenonauts far too distant to get a hit. Hugo decides to take a shot and blast the alien's head open. Solid kill. Russell Graham has regained his composure and joins his friend. Buoyed by their victory over the first alien, the men end their turn. Another alien emerges from the bushes, exchanging shots. Dexter is under attack. Skill Incarnate cannot get a shot. The other men decide to move up, hoping that they can help their friend. Thomas takes a shot. And another one. And he misses. Dexter takes a shot. And he misses as well. Not good, looking good for the men. Dexter moves back into cover. Skill Incarnate moves to cover. Russell wondering if he can apply shotgun, but far too distant to do any sort of damage. Potato moves up, knowing his machine gun may be of use. And on that we end the turn. Alien's firing away. Luckily, he doesn't get any hits. And he retreats. Luckily, the men now know where roughly the aliens are. So it's time to move up. Dexter, knowing he's going to need some help, calls on Thomas Cermak. And Thomas lets loose a barrage and blasts the alien. Nicely done. With 2 confirmed kills, the men's spirits began to raise. These new aliens, although they have some very dangerous abilities, are much weaker to gunfire than the civilians. The men at least knowing that they can kill them with some combined firepower. And now knowing where the ship is, they begin to move up. Being very careful to not be flanked, they end their turn. The alien psychic attacks continue. Luckily, they are starting to become resistant to them. Russell moves up, watching the tree line. Dexter moves up. Skill Incarnate, wanting to get some kills. Waits quietly as Mr. Bobbles moves up. He spots the alien ship. And they now have a target. Thomas Cermak moving up as well. These aliens are weak against gunfire. Far less tough than the civilians they've been fighting so far, but their psychic powers makes them a very dangerous enemy. The men are getting ready for a 2-pronged attack on the alien ship, with half the team going one direction and half going the other. On that we end the turn. An alien runs into view. The men trying to work out if they can get a shot off. Bobbles opens up, letting rip, and unfortunately misses. Skill Incarnate taking careful aim. He gets a shot. Planey McPlaneface, knowing he can't get a hit in, moves out of cover and successfully suppresses the alien. Skill Incarnate, worried that he is indeed in some trouble, he moves behind some cover. The alien is hurt, but the men daren't move in case they get flanked. They end the turn. True Potato has been unnerved by the alien attack. Sergeant Bobble takes aim again and blows the alien apart. His first kill of the match. Bobble's feeling pretty pleased with himself. The men continue their two-pronged attack. 3 alien kills, knowing that there are probably more inside the ship. They have to move carefully. True Potato is panicked. But they need his help. He moves up behind the trees with his heavy machine gun in hand. Thomas Cermak moving up to support his friends. A good spread of kills amongst the team. The men are feeling pretty good. With every alien they kill, they become more experienced. Shot rings out and Skill Incarnate is under attack. We have another alien behind the trees. Skill Incarnate can't move. He is pinned. Dexter unable to help. Russell Graham moves up. He misses. Not a good look for the men. They end their turn. Russell's hit, but he's still alive. Thomas is hit. He's bleeding. Thomas is on the verge of death, so he needs to heal himself very quickly. He heals himself and he moves back into cover. Russell Graham takes careful aim. Unfortunately, he misses. Dexter firing. More misses. Skill Incarnate gets a shot off and blows the alien to hell. Another first. Skill Incarnate getting his first kill. Things aren't going well. The men are hurt. We have at least one more alien to take out. The alien decides to retreat for some reason. Perhaps there are more of them in the ship. We don't know. Hugo Dubois panics. Skill Incarnate trying to move up to help the men. He instead decides to remain where he is, with Bobble moving up. The alien ship is very dangerous. The men are hurt. Russell Graham's not doing well, and so the men decide to retreat Russell Graham. Thomas Cermak is not in a good position either, and so he retreats as well. Pulling out his shotgun, his M16, just in case things get hairy. True Potato's time to shine. He moves up. Skill Incarnate, knowing that this may be his last chance to save the men, he carefully takes aim. The alien has retreated inside the ship, a dumb move which has allowed the men to move up and get ready. True Potato and Dexter move up next to the door of the ship. Bobble moves up next to the door of the ship. Skill Incarnate moves up. They have no way of knowing how many aliens there are. Two of the men seriously injured remain in cover. Hugo Dubois moves up. The other men staying behind, knowing that the simplest hit could mean the end of them. The alien unwisely using his psychic powers to attack the members of the team that aren't assaulting. Two aliens. So Dexter decides to use a pineapple. He throws, and luckily the shield takes the reaction fire. And unfortunately he is out of action points. So the other men decide to close the door. They move up, hoping that the grenade will do the job, but ready in case it doesn't. Hugo on the other side of the door. Dexter ducking. They end the turn. The grenade goes off. The men are hit. And we have one more alien, two more aliens move up. Not looking good. Everyone's hurt. The door opens. True Potato lets loose. Cuts the alien down. Dexter closes the door. Half the men are now hurt. Bobble moves to safety. With only 4 team members unhurt, and God knows how many aliens are left behind, the men hope that they're getting to the end of the aliens. They can't keep this up much longer. They end the turn. But not before getting Hugo to take a knee. The alien wisely decides to hide behind cover. Dexter, the only team member with a shield, moves up. Hugo moves up. Potato decides to remain where he is to provide cover for the men. Skill Incarnate moves up. They end the turn. Luckily the alien does miss. Reaction fire from the squad. They light him up. The alien is now exposed to the entire squad. Hugo lights him up. Solid hit. He's not dead. Successfully suppressing the alien. Skill Incarnate comes out. Takes a shot. Misses. moves back into cover. Potato moves up. Dexter moving out of the way, Potato lights him up. Cuts the alien in half. And with that, one of the most difficult missions we've played so far ends, with half of our squad injured, but success and no deaths. And that is the end of the third episode of my Xenonauts playthrough. A fantastic episode, nail-biting stuff. We squeaked that victory out with half of the squad nearly being wiped out. Really enjoying this so far, having a great time, and hopefully you will join me next time when we play some more Xenonauts. Until next time, Skill Incarnate, out.